matter of fact, yeah.
Too busy to listen to a man who's about to change the course of his entire life, and in so doing, perhaps change the course of your life and the lives of every person in the free world?
Afraid so. What are you talking about, Kirk?
Leslie's taking me to register for some college courses. Dick, I'm going back to school.
Is this another one of your stupid ploys to be near Leslie?
You bet. And I'm counting on you as a fellow guy not to tell her.
You know, you need a bachelor's degree to enroll in Leslie's classes.
So?
Do you have one?
Not officially.
Have you ever been to college?
I've taught college. I've never actually attended.
There you are.
Hi.
Hi. I'm all set.
Great.
Did Kirk tell you the news?
Yeah.
Can you believe he's doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go. First place we'll stop is the admissions office.
Boy, it'll be great to be back in one of those again.
George, what are you doing?
I just fixed your bell.
I didn't know it was broken.
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, that's the funny thing about bells. To know they're broken, what you got to do is hear them not ringing.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Well, take the bell on your phone. Every minute it's not ringing could be a warning that the phone is broken.
You've thought about this a lot, haven't you, George?
It's my job, Dick. You don't pay me to putter. By the way, who's Manny Silver?
Manny Silver's a comic I knew years ago in New York. You've heard me talk about him.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He actually gave me my start. When I first started out, I was, trying to sell anything I could, and I sold him a couple jokes. Why?
He's coming to visit.
You're kidding.
Nope, he tells you everything right there in that postcard.
Oh, boy.
You don't sound happy.
No, it's Joanna that isn't going to be happy. She can't stand him.
That doesn't sound like the Joanna I know.
That's because you don't know Manny.
Oh, George, could you take this out to the back porch for me?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
While I'm at it, I'll check that back doorbell. I haven't heard that ring lately either.
Honey, I don't mean to upset you, but you'll never guess who's coming to visit.
Manny Silver.
That's incredible.
Some people are great surgeons, some are great singers. I have this gift for knowing when Manny Silver is coming.
Honey, I know you don't like him, but, after all, he did give me my start.
He bought 7 lousy jokes at $1 a piece over 20 years ago, and you've been paying him back ever since.
The point is, it was the first time I was ever paid to write. It encouraged me. Without Manny, I might never have written my first book.
Honey, you had So You Want to Plant Plums in you long before you met Manny Silver.
Well, he's only going to be here for a day or two.
How do you know that?
Because some people are great surgeons, some people are great singers. I happen to have a gift for knowing when you'll throw Manny Silver out.
I heard a car. Is it Manny?
Yeah. Joanna.
Okay, I'll say hello.
Try to be nice to him.
Honey, just promise me that whatever he asks for this time, you won't go along with it.
He isn't going to ask for anything. And I promise.
I just wish you'd understand your being a successful writer has nothing to do with Manny Silver.
And no one knows that better than Manny.
Will you look what 7 jokes will buy?
7 jokes, 25 books, and 18 years of hard work.
Joanne.
Joanna.
Dick Bubala. How are you?
Are you, Manny?
Oh, I couldn't be better where you live, this country. All those trees. I saw a dog have a nervous breakdown. But seriously, there's someone here I want you to meet. Corrine Nesbitt, two of my best and dearest friends, Dick and Joanne Loudon.
Let's not be formal. Call me Joanna.
Corinne travels with me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We met in Miami. She worked at a bank. She turned down my loan, but she approved me.
Well, it must be very exciting traveling with Manny.
Yes.
Did you travel a lot before?
No.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
She makes life on the road a lot brighter.
I can see how she would.
Well, you and Dick must have a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to make some coffee. Corinne, would you like to give me a hand?
No, thank you.
So, what does a guy got to do to get the nickel tour around here?
Not much. Corinne, you wanna join us?
No, thank you.
She's seen a lot of hotels, Dick.
Well, we're pretty proud of this place. What part would you like to see first?
Well, if you have a dining room, let's look at that. Dick, incredible. What workmanship. Imagine, a whole room made out of wood.
Yeah, it was built in 1774.
I thought it looked old. You know what I think our forefathers must have had in mind when they built this place?
What?
Dinner theater.
Dinner theater.
Yeah, you take a joint like this out in the sticks, you throw up a stage, you serve a little food, I do my act.
Speaking of food, why don't I show you upstairs?
I'm not kidding you, Dick. A few cocktails, some weenies on toothpicks, that's all you'd need.
Let me show you your room.
This is my room. I could knock 'em dead in here.
Manny,
Dick, all I'm asking is one night.
to tell you the truth, I don't think the people around here would go for it.
Dick, I need the work. The clubs are drying up. What's one night gonna hurt? If it doesn't work, I'm gone.
What if it does work?
I'm here indefinitely. I just thought maybe you'd go for it because, you know, I gave you your start and everything.
Manny, for the sake of our friendship, please don't ask me to go along with this.
I'm asking.
I'm going along.
Dick, you want to get your camera so we can have our picture taken by this?
Look, I know it's tacky, Joanna, but you don't have to be snippy.
I'm not being snippy, and I don't know why you think that a garish cardboard cutout of Manny Silver looks tacky in the lobby of a tasteful, charming New England inn.
See, again, I'm hearing snippy in there.
It's just that I knew this would happen.
But if you're angry, I prefer you just come out with it.
Let's just save it till Manny leaves, okay?
Better. Let it fester.
It is so stupid.
What's stupid?
You're stupid.
Looks like the first day at school went well.
Do you know what classes he signed up for? Whatever was next door to what I'm taking.
That was just a coincidence.
A coincidence? What kind of curriculum do you call Portuguese, Afro-American studies, quantum chemistry, and dance?
Diverse.
Leslie, I know he's frustrating, but you don't have to scream.
I'm not screaming at him. I just saw this sign.
In that case, I'd say you were remarkably restrained.
You let him put this in the lobby?
We put it in the lobby. He had it on the curb.
Well, how do I look?
Flashy.
Thanks. How's the house?
Thin.
Well, it's only 5 to 8. Corrine, I want you to take a picture of the 3 of us in front of the sign, okay? Dick, you on my left, and Joanne, I want you on my right. Okay? All set, sweetheart? No, to the right of the sign. All right. You ready, babe? Okay, now, everybody smile. Fabulous!
I set out those little candles on the tables like you asked me to. They look real snazzy.
Oh, great, George. I always thought that little candles on the table give a room that certain Vegas touch.
That's what we strive for here at the Stratford. That certain Vegas touch.
Yeah, I still get goosebumps when I see a club full of those little candles. But then, I'm a sap. Well, listen, I don't mind if they start coming in late. Why don't we get started? Are you 2 kids coming?
We wouldn't miss it.
Can I call this a date?
Is it okay if I come?
Of course. You know what they say. The more people, the less empty.
Show business has a language all its own, doesn't it?
Well, Manny, for what it's worth, good luck.
Oh, yeah, listen. I wonder if you'd do me one more favor.
Really?
Ordinarily, I could walk out cold because they'd know me. But being that this is New Hampshire and everything...
Vermont.
Whatever. The woods. Anyway, I wrote out this special introduction, and I'd appreciate it if you read it for me.
I can't make out this one word.
Magnificence.
Of course. Comic magnificence. You want me to do this now?
Yeah, I just want a moment alone to psych myself up. Showtime!
Good evening. Welcome to the woodroom of the Stratford Inn in fabulous downtown... Oh, I see, all right. Welcome to the woodroom of the Stratford Inn in fabulous downtown. Once or twice in a generation, there explodes upon the scene a talent almost too large to be contained. In a single human being. Let me just skip ahead a couple paragraphs here. So let's put our mitts together and give a warm make that a warm Vermont welcome to the comic magnificence of Manny Silver.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Boy, I want to tell you how great it is to be here tonight. This is really great, and great to be back. How about a drink for the funny guy?
We don't serve drinks. We don't have a license.
I drive, and I don't have a license. I'm only kidding. But seriously, I stopped drinking anyway. I gave it up for health reasons. My bartender died. Well, you really look like a great crowd. Where's everybody from?
I'm from Vermont.
Vermont? Great. How about you folks? Where do you come from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Hey, Philly, a great town. You know what I hate about New York? The muggers. I mean, I don't know about you, but they drive me crazy. I've been held up so many times, I got tan armpits. Is this a standing ovation, sir, or are you just getting up to adjust your shorts? Well, what can I tell you, Dick? I guess he just doesn't like your company. I'm only kidding. My good friend, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Loudon.
Manny, it isn't working.
Great! A heckler. Excuse me, sir. Is that your head, or are you blowing a bubble?
Manny, stop.
Why?
Manny, this isn't a fair test for you.
Well, it was before you broke my rhythm.
Why doesn't everybody go in the lobby and I'll help. I'll help Manny blow out the candles.
Gee, I really like this show. But could be I'm just blinded by all the flash and dazzle.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Manny, we both saw what happened. We don't have to spell it out.
What happened?
It didn't work.
Oh. Well, I appreciate what you try to do for me, Dick. I won't bother you anymore.
Manny, it was no bother.
Well, all the same, I'll be up and out of here first thing tomorrow morning.
What happened?
I had to tell him the truth.
How'd he take it?
Oh, you know, Manny, he tried to put up a front, but maybe for the first time in his life, he couldn't do it. I saw real feelings.
How about I dump Corrine?
Morning, Leslie. Morning, everybody.
Hi, Dick.
You seen Manny?
He and Corrine were down earlier, but they went back upstairs.
I wonder if he feels any better this morning.
Honey, I know the position you're in, but don't worry, Manny'll bounce back. One bad show's not gonna kill him.
How do you know that?
He'd have been dead long ago.
That was a good one.
What's going on?
Sounds like somebody's playing the drums.
At 8 o'clock in the morning?
Well, thank you, folks, and welcome to a brand new feature here at the Stratford Inn. Breakfast Theater.
What's he doing?
Bouncing back.
How's everybody feeling this morning? It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Everybody feeling good? I want to talk to you about sex.
Manny.
Dick, don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of mine and the man who insisted that I be here, Dick Loudon. And his wife, Joanne. Have you noticed that hookers are getting more expensive lately? Am I right, Dick?
Dick, you've got to stop him.
How? I can't embarrass him.
Well, what about embarrassing all those people out there and ourselves?
All right, I'll see if I can get his attention, but I'm not going to humiliate him by making an announcement in front of all those people.
So I said, spit out the cat and I'll give you back your $1.
Manny, could I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, not now, Dick. You didn't tell me that this is when you draw a crowd. What is this?
Manny, we have to talk. Can we go in my study?
Yeah, sure, but wouldn't it be easier if we just asked Corrine to leave?
I was trying to be polite.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Corrine.
Look, Manny, you're going to have to face reality.
I know what you want to say. I have to adjust my material for this morning crowd. You know, I do a lot of sophisticated wordplay, and these people just are not awake enough or drunk enough.
Manny, I'm trying to help you. Maybe I can find you some work.
You could do that?
Maybe not as a comic, but I'm sure we can find you something, you know, if you need money.
Who said anything about needing money?
You said you needed to work.
I do, but I don't need money. I need money like I need a new act.
I don't understand.
Dick, I love to make people laugh. I need to make people laugh. It's not what I do, it's who I am. I just have to find the right spot. I thought this might be it. It's not. I'll just keep looking.
Manny, if you have money, why don't you build your own spot?
You mean like open up my own club? Too risky. I could lose a lot of money.
Yeah, but you got money. What you need is an audience.
This is true. My own place. Manny's. No, classier. Silver's. Hey, Dick, you're about the greatest friend a guy ever had. And to show you how great I really think you are, I'm gonna let you be the first one to invest. How much you gonna put in?
$7. Now we're even.
Bubba. Where's Joanne? Before I go, I want to say goodbye.
Joanna? Manny's leaving. He wanted to say something to you.
Oh.
Goodbye.
And you don't like him? Meow.
Looks good.
Well, these bags are heavy. I don't know how you carried them all these years.
Wait till they're packed.
You guys must be really excited about this writers' conference.
Excited. 3 days in New York, the most dynamic city in the world, brushing elbows with some of the great writers of our time. Excited can't begin to describe the feelings I'm feeling.
What does?
Real excited?
That's why we're leaving tonight. We want to have a free day just to enjoy the city again.
Now, would either of you want anything from New York?
No, thank you.
I'd like a hammer.
You have a hammer.
Not from New York.
George, I'm not going to bring you a hammer.
Well, what else do they have in New York?
They have anything you want.
I want a hammer.
Dick, if he wants a hammer...
All right, if he wants a hammer, I'll bring him a hammer.
Thanks. I'll take these upstairs. Boy, these are heavy.
Are you two sure you're going to be all right here?
We'll be fine. You just go and have a great time. You won't be hearing from us unless there's an unexpected disaster.
Oh, hi, everybody.
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing. I just came by to ask if anyone can run my cafe for the next few days.
We're driving to New York tonight for a writers' conference.
I didn't know anything about it.
You certainly did. I stood here a couple of days ago and told you the whole story.
I probably had my mind on something else.
Kirk, why do you need someone to run your cafe?
If I tell you, everyone has to promise not to cry or get hysterical.
I think we can promise that.
I'm going in the hospital tomorrow for surgery.
What for?
My nose?
What's the matter with it?
Oh, God. Well, seeing as we're all good friends, I guess I can tell you. When I was just a kid, my older sister's favorite singer was Ricky Nelson. She had his face on a charm bracelet. And like any normal American boy, when it came to dealing with my older sister, I was totally sadistic.
What are you talking about?
One day when she wasn't looking, I took her favorite charm and hid it where she'd never find it.
Kirk, will you please get to the point?
I've got Ricky Nelson up my nose.
Kirk, of all the stories you have ever told us, that may be the most preposterous.
Oh, I don't know. I've heard of that. Well, people going through their whole life with a coin up their nose or an olive pit. I heard about one guy who had a tiddlywink up his nose.
See? It's not that unusual.
I didn't say that. There are 4 billion people in the world. I've heard of maybe 5 like you.
I can't believe you've lived with this all these years. Do you realize how lucky you are that nothing serious has happened?
I'm going in the hospital tonight for an operation tomorrow. What do you people call serious?
I wish there was something that we could do.
There is. You could look after my cafe.
We told you we're going to a writers' conference.
You could cancel.
We don't want to cancel.
Okay, I'll find someone else. How about driving me to the hospital?
Kirk, I'll drive you to the hospital.
Are you sure you can steer with my head on your lap?
Kirk, you can drive yourself to the hospital.
You don't want to do anything for me, do you? Can't you see I'm scared? I've never been in a hospital before. I don't have anyone to turn to. Please? Take care of me?
Dick, honey, we really don't have to be there a day early. Once we know he's fine, we could leave tomorrow morning and still get there in time for cocktails and dinner tomorrow night.
I guess you're right. I just don't want to miss anything.
We won't.
I hope you appreciate what good friends we are.
Are you kidding? You're about the best friends a guy could have. Well, best friends would cancel their trip and run my cafe. But you're that close.
In 20 years of nursing, I have seen hundreds of people faint at the sight of blood. But this is the first time I've ever seen anyone faint at the sight of a gift shop. Do you feel strong enough to change into your hospital gown?
I'll try. Thanks, that helped.
The doctor ordered this. It'll help you relax and get a good night's sleep.
Kirk, can we unpack your suitcase for you?
Thank you.
There's nothing in here but paper.
Well, I didn't want to leave everything just lying around in a safe deposit box, so I brought it with me.
You brought your birth certificate, your tax return, car registration, and an autograph from George Harrison.
How did you get that?
I did a favor for him once.
Really, what?
He asked me to leave him alone, so I did.
How are we doing in there?
I'm not coming out in this.
You're supposed to be getting in bed. made it. I'll be back to check on you later.
Are you comfortable?
Yes?
Let's go.
You're leaving?
Relax, you'll be fine.
Could someone at least stay with me until I fall asleep? Leslie?
Oh, well, if you're really that scared, I'll stay a little while and then take a cab.
Okay. Good luck. We'll check on you in the morning before we leave for New York.
Oh, Dick, just one more thing before the goofballs kick in.
What?
I know you've been reluctant to help me, but I did find somebody else to look after the cafe, and I took the liberty of telling them to call you before you leave if they need anything. I thought if it wasn't too much trouble, you could answer your phone.
Sure.
One more thing. I know the odds of anything going wrong are 1 in a trillion, but just on the fluke chance, the doctor's a butcher. Promise me something.
What?
On the bottom of my suitcase, you'll find my telephone bill. If I don't make it, don't mail it.
Dick, are you gonna be happy with me?
Why is that?
I just saved you $40. I fixed the washing machine.
I didn't know there was anything wrong with it.
Neither did I. Joanna told me.
What was the matter with it?
Well, it's just too technical to explain.
Well, you know, I'm kind of mechanically minded.
No, I meant for me.
Dick, I just spoke to Leslie at the hospital. Kirk's out of the operating room and everything's fine.
Great. Let's go. If we leave now, we'll be there in time for cocktails.
Joanna, guess what? I fixed the washing machine.
George, it was the dryer.
Oh, boy. Hope I can fix it before my shirts get done.
Okay, you ready? Let's go.
George, do you know where to reach us?
Joanna, you have written down everything for George. He has to know about us, about the inn, and about life in general.
Well, honey, I'm just making sure that everything's all right.
Everything is going to be fine. Now, let's get out of here before we get stuck again. That's exactly what I mean. George, get that. We're on our way to New York.
Hello? Oh, just a second. Dick, it's for you.
Thanks, George. Hello? Yes, Kirk mentioned you might be calling. It's the people he got to work for him in the cafe. What's the problem? You can't get in. Well, I thought Kirk said something about hiding a key. Well, where have you been looking? Well, don't you think it'd be smarter to look near the cafe? Listen, I have an extra key here. I'll be right over with it. I know I've heard that voice before. Hello? Hello? Oh, no, it's you.
Hi, I'm Larry, and this is my brother Darryl, and that's my other brother Darryl.
I know who you are. I thought you said you couldn't get in.
Oh, we climbed up on the roof and came down through the chimney over the grill.
This may be a stupid question, but once one of you were inside, why didn't he let the other two in through the door?
Oh, we thought of that, but we fought too much over who'd get to crawl down the chimney.
Do you know anything about running a cafe?
Well, as we understand it, people ask for food and we give it to them.
That's basically it. Do you know where the food is?
Oh, yeah, right here. Got lucky on the way over. Daryl clubbed a weasel.
What do they actually do at a writers' conference?
Well, all these writers get together and they exchange ideas, and they hold workshops and they attend lectures and just generally share with their peers ways and means of improving their craft.
Gee, and they could do all that in 2 days?
They can do all that in one morning. They spend the rest of the time making water balloons and short-sheeting the beds. Oh, there you are, all set?
Yeah, I would have been back sooner. You'll never guess who's running the cafe.
Who?
Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
You're kidding. Honey, do you think we should leave for New York with them over there?
With them over there, I think we should leave, even if we weren't going to. All right, if we step on it, we can get there in time for the shrimp cocktail.
Should I answer that?
No, I may as well. It's probably Larry, Daryl, and Daryl wanting your recipe for weasel. Hello? Oh, hi, Larry. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Daryl. I'm fine. Would you put Larry back on, please? Hi, Larry. I'm fine. Larry, I'm kind of in a hurry. What's the problem? The lunch crowd. Kirk doesn't have a lunch crowd. I was just over there. The place is empty. All right, I'll be right over.
Now what's the matter?
He says they're swamped. I don't know. They probably saw the reflection in a glass, and they think there are 3 more people over there. All right, you get in the car, and I'll be right back.
I'll call you if I have any last-minute questions. Where are you staying?
It's on the list.
Where's the list?
Oh, swell. What are you doing here?
Are you Devane?
I'm Loudon. I'm Dick Loudon.
Well, we're looking for Devane.
What's he done?
He's supposed to make us lunch.
I don't understand.
Devane has a contract with the state to provide 1 hot meal the first Tuesday of every month to prisoners in transit.
I see. I take it Kirk didn't tell you anything about this. All right. It's no big problem. Just start frying up some burgers.
State law requires that in addition to the meat course, prisoners be served 2 fresh vegetables, a green salad, and bread and butter.
I see.
Most of your prisoners will prefer your wheat bread.
Yeah. Do you guys have all of this?
We got the meat.
By meat, you mean ground beef, right?
Right.
What about the vegetables?
All we could find was a carrot, and Darryl ate that.
Well, look, since Kirk isn't here, why don't you go to some other place this time?
I'm afraid we can't do that. The state's already paid Devane.
Well, that figures. Look, I feel bad about this, but I know you're all on your way to prison, but see, I have to be in New York for this cocktail party. Let me see what I can do. Joanna? Honey, you want to come in here a minute? And, turn off the car. And lock it. My wife's waiting in the car. We were on our way to New York for this writers conference. I don't know how many of you are interested in writing. I write mostly, informational type books. Just general ways of enhancing your environment. So, what are you fellas interested in?
Dick, who are these gentlemen?
Well, these men are being transferred to a maximum security facility up north.
It seems that Kirk has some kind of deal with the state to feed them.
Yeah, this will probably be the last meal they have outside of prison.
Well, this food should make the transition a lot easier.
These are their nutritional requirements?
Where's fruit?
If it doesn't say fruit, they don't need fruit. And look, if I go shopping, how long would you say it would take to feed him and get him out of here?
Well, I'll hurry as fast as I can. Would it be too much trouble to ask you guys to scrape the grease off the griddle?
Trouble? Grease is our middle name.
Well, I'll go shopping.
I'll go with you.
Is there any vegetable that you all like?
Chocolate cake.
Darryl? Would you mind helping me clear the dishes?
That was a delicious meal, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
If my mother could have cooked like you, I never would have killed her.
How are we doing for time, honey?
Oh, forget it. We may as well not even go now.
Why not?
Oh, we missed the dinner and the cocktail party. All that are left are the stupid lectures and workshops.
All right, man. Take one last look at civilization and let's get out of here. I just can't help rubbing it in sometimes. By the way, I appreciate your help, and you'll tell Devane what happened.
Oh yeah, he'll hear about it.
There go the dregs of humanity.
Leslie, could you cut my food?
It's an egg, Kirk.
What are you doing here? I thought you were at a teacher's conference.
Writers' conference.
Excuse me, I've had an operation. So what are you doing here?
We never left.
I can see that. Dick, they didn't give me a lobotomy. I meant, what happened?
Some of your friends from prison dropped by the cafe.
Was yesterday the first Tuesday of the month?
You know darn well it was.
I'm sorry, Dick. I forgot. But if I told you in advance, would you have still bailed me out?
Probably.
Then what's the big deal? Look, if it makes any difference, I'm sorry you missed your whatever it was in New York.
Writers' conference.
But we're still going to New York for a few days.
When?
We're leaving right from here.
And I've got to get back to school.
You're leaving too?
Crook, I have classes and I have to help George run the inn.
What about me? I'll be here all alone with nothing to do.
No, you won't. Guys?
What is this?
We're your sunshine squad.
Yeah, the guys thought maybe you might be a little tired of hospital food, you know, so they brought you something special.
I put your bags in the car and brought it around front.
Oh. Thank you.
Checking out?
Yes.
Well, we're delighted you could share some of your time with us.
Oh, you've all just been wonderful.
You take care and you come back soon.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice people.
Nice seeing you. So long. Toodaloo. Have a safe trip home.
Righto.
So, who are the geezers?
Mr. and Mrs. Cooper, they've been here a week.
They never stopped by my cafe once.
Mr. Cooper has a heart condition. He has to watch what he eats.
And one greasy hamburger and some fries would kill him? All I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with my food. I eat it myself 3 times a day.
Speaking of food, how'd you like to have dinner here tomorrow night?
I'd kill to have dinner here tomorrow night. What's the occasion?
Dick's going to Boston.
And you're celebrating?
Of course I'm not celebrating.
I'm going to miss him.
She's just going for a night out with the boys.
I hope I don't smell divorce in the air.
He's going to a basketball game.
Then what's all the fuss?
There is no fuss.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to plan a dinner party tomorrow night, and everybody's taking it wrong.
Why are you planning a dinner party?
Because you won't be here.
Well, I hate to ruin your party, but I may be here.
Oh.
What happened to the game?
I just got off the phone with Tommy Winston, my best friend in New York.
And?
You know that stupid jerk is going to elope tomorrow night?
Dick, that's wonderful.
That's the most selfish thing I ever heard of.
Getting married is selfish?
Well, that's because you don't know Tommy. I mean, Tommy is always getting married. And why did he have to pick tomorrow night? When Fred and I and Tommy had planned a whole evening in Boston. Now I have no one to go with. Joanna, Tommy and I are finished.
Well, why don't just you and Fred go?
I called Fred. He said it'd be no fun without Tommy. Fred and I are through, too.
I'm sorry, honey.
I mean, we have bench passes. That is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You get to sit with him on the bench. You get to listen to the inside information. You get to hear him cuss. And now the whole thing is ruined. I mean, there's no one fun to go with. Just a big, stupid, dumb disappointment.
Does anyone have a mirror? I'd like to see if I've suddenly become invisible.
Kirk, would you like to go to the game?
Gosh, no, Dick. I'd rather stay here with Joanna and Leslie. Maybe talk about clothes and hair.
That's a sexist remark, Kirk.
And I hate myself for saying it. So, how about it?
Do you know anything about basketball?
I know nothing about basketball, but I love Boston.
I've never been to Boston.
What are you trying to do, George? Worm an invitation out of Dick?
Not if he doesn't want me to go.
Hey, why don't all three of you go?
I've never seen a basketball game.
All right, the three of us will go.
Oh, boy, the Three Musketeers.
When do we leave?
Could we leave a little early so we could see the Liberty Bell?
George, we'd have to leave now because the Liberty Bell is in Philadelphia.
I beg your pardon, Dick. I've never been to Boston or Philadelphia.
Well, the game's at 7:30. We could leave here at 3.
Great. I got a feeling this is going to be the best time I've ever had.
It's a dream come true for me.
Have fun, Dick. Anytime the 76ers play Boston, it's a great game.
How did you know who's playing?
Oh, I'm a big Celtics fan. I have been since the days of Bill Russell.
Maybe I should have asked you if you wanted to go to the game.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's fun for just the guys to go out. Besides, this gives Joanna and me a chance to do something really special.
I've got it. What? Why don't we go to a movie, then on the way home stop and have a hot fudge sundae?
16 years and I still can't tame her.
Right in the dining room.
Thank you.
Well, we're ready to go to Boston.
Dick. Kirk and George are ready to go.
Oh, I told you we'd leave at 3 o'clock.
Oh, well, this may seem silly to you, but we're excited.
We've never been to a professional basketball game.
I've never even been to Massachusetts before.
Well, I guess we could leave a little early. You wouldn't mind, honey?
No.
I'll get my coat.
As soon as he gets his coat, we're going to Boston.
I hope his coat is close to the door.
Let's hit it.
I'm ready.
Great. Let's go.
Hey, how about these babies? I bought them this morning. Cost me $85. They ought to bring the game really close.
Kirk, we have bench passes.
Where are they?
At the edge of the court, 6 inches from the game.
Want to buy these? You'll see Boston sooner.
Say, thanks.
I made you something to eat in the car.
Great, let me give you a hug. Better, I'll save it for later.
Have a wonderful time.
Yeah, we'll try.
Bye, honey.
I'll never get used to saying goodbye to you.
Drive carefully.
I will now.
We'll see you back later tonight.
Okay.
Have fun. Bye.
So long.
Bye. Well, the men are on their way. What shall we do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Gee, I don't know.
I think I'll get my bike out of the basement and tighten the spokes.
Stratford Inn. Yes, we do. For tonight, how many people? Just one? Okay. May I have your last name, please? Travanti? Travanti? First name? Daniel? So that would be Daniel Travanti? Yes, Mr. Travanti, we'll have your room waiting when you arrive. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Daniel Travanti?
That's what he said.
As in Daniel J. Travanti? As in Captain Furillo? As in Hill Street Blues?
Do you think it's possible?
Did he sound like Daniel Travanti?
Well, I don't know. It sounded like it could have been him.
Wait a minute, we're being silly. There has to be more than one Daniel Travanti.
What do you think the chances are that this is the Daniel Travanti?
I don't know. I guess one in however many Daniel Travantis there are. But I'm willing to wait and see.
Put your bike away, Leslie. I think we just found something to do.
Bench pass. Well, this is it. The bench.
The other seats have backs.
George, we're going to sit with the players.
Oh. Where do we sit?
On the bench.
Do we lie down on the full length of it, or do we pick a specific spot?
Here at the end, I guess.
Well, this is really great.
Yeah.
It seems like if we were sitting up higher, we could see better.
George, most of the people here would kill for these seats.
Well, this is my first time, Dick.
When does the game start?
Well, they're still warming up.
Dick?
What?
Is this going to be here for the whole game?
Of course not, Kirk. Kirk, these are great seats. We're going to have a completely unobstructed view of the game. They won't make one move on the court that we can't see.
Dick, are you all right?
No, I got beer and hot dog all over me.
Hey, how about the ball?
I thought if they were thrown in the stands, you got to keep them.
That's baseball. Will you throw him the ball?
Are you okay?
No, he's got hot dog and beer all over him.
Oh, sorry about that.
I thought you guys were supposed to be pros.
Well, you better get to the men's room, get that mustard off before it stains.
Yeah, maybe you're right. All right, I'll be back.
Don't forget where we're sitting.
I am sorry about that.
Oh, don't worry about Dick. He loves basketball.
Good.
Are you one of the players?
Yeah.
George Utley.
Hi, George. Say, would you mind moving down a little bit?
Sure. When do you play?
I'm not a starter. I probably won't play at all.
Do you get paid even if you don't play?
Oh, yeah.
How much?
I make about $65,000 a year.
I'm from out of town. Is that considered good money in Boston?
Okay, I'm back. How bad does it look?
Not as bad as it smells.
Thanks, Kirk. George, you want to move down?
I'm sorry, sir. The game's about to start. You'll have to move on.
Can't you see I'm sitting on the bench?
Do you have your bench pass?
I had a bench pass. I took it off when I cleaned my jacket. I guess I left it in the men's room.
It's okay. He's with me.
Not if he doesn't have a pass.
I had a bench pass.
Sorry, sir. If you can't show me your bench pass, you'll have to move.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Well, you can use my pass, Dick.
I don't want your pass. I have my pass.
Why don't you just come with me and we'll get this cleared up?
But you stay here. I'll be right back.
Don't forget where we're sitting.
And here's the tip-off.
Okay. I'll keep a lookout and you change.
Leslie, you look great.
Thanks. Oh, Joanna, the cake turned out great.
You think we're acting like idiots?
I was thinking that when I was brushing my hair. And then I'd think, what if the Daniel Travanti does show up? And then I'd brush my hair some more.
You know, I rarely get excited about stars, but once in a great while, one comes along who you think is really neat. And I think Daniel Travanti is really neat.
I don't think there's anything wrong in that. For years, I've thought that Robert Redford is really neat.
Oh, I love Robert Redford. And Peter O'Toole.
Oh, yeah. Do you like Richard Gere?
Oh, God, yes.
Me too.
So we're not acting stupid?
No.
You know, if Dick were here, he'd be laughing his head off.
I bet if Jacqueline Bissett were checking in, he'd be really excited.
I don't know if he'd change clothes for her.
Who would he change clothes for?
Jill St. John.
Really?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If Jill St. John were checking into this inn, Dick would shower, shave, put on his best suit, then stammer like a schoolboy the minute he saw her. Yes.
I think I just heard a car pull up.
Oh, please don't be Dan. I haven't changed. Is it him?
No. Just someone turning around.
Okay, I'm going to run upstairs and see if I can find something to wear. You know, Leslie, we're going to really feel stupid if this guy shows up and he's just an ordinary man.
Joanna, even if he is the Daniel Travanti, he's still just an ordinary man.
You're right. He puts on his pants one leg at a time, just like everybody else. Oh, God, what would you pay to see that?
I hope the guys are enjoying their game.
I know Dick. He's having the time of his life.
What happened?
Timeout. There's an injured player.
What's the score?
108 to 108.
How much time left?
40 seconds.
Oh, great. The most exciting game of the year, and I spent it in a tunnel with a cop.
Police officer.
Excuse me. I had a bench pass.
I've sat on the bench. It's not that big a deal.
You never sat on the bench.
I did too. Last season we had Cleveland in here. Nobody showed up, so I sat on the bench. It's not that big a deal.
You could see.
You can see.
I can see the tops of the players' heads in one basket.
Look, the game's going to be over in a minute. The players and the press will be coming through. You'll have to move back against the wall.
You're kidding.
No. Mr. Loudon, you'll have to move back farther than that. And against the wall.
Now I can't see anything.
I'm sorry. Now, do you promise to stay there?
I swear on my bench pass. Hi.
Hey, you got any more of those?
Sorry. You can have mine.
No, no thanks.
Oh, really? You can have it.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Celtics thank you for attending this evening. Please drive carefully.
Who won? What was it? What was the score? Who won?
Hi, Dick.
Oh, we sure missed you.
Hey, where did you get the canoes?
Never mind. What was the score?
112, 111?
Who won?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I was enjoying the game.
Kirk, who won?
Beats me.
Well, you turned out to be great friends. You know that? I spent the entire game in a tunnel with a cop, and you don't know who won.
Dick's mad at us.
I know.
Hey, George, how's it going?
Oh, okay.
Hey, if you guys want to come into the locker room, come on. You should meet all the players.
Did you want to go to the locker room?
It might be fun.
Do you think he meant for Dick to go into the locker room?
He was looking at all of us when he said it. Of course he meant me. Now let's go in.
Hey, where you guys going?
The locker room.
Not without a bench pass.
Look, I missed the whole game. At least I can go in there and watch him snap some towels.
Not without a pass.
All right, why don't you guys go ahead? I'll wait out here.
Oh, we'll only be a minute.
Who won?
Where have you been?
Here.
Celtics. We killed them.
You didn't kill him. You only won by 1 point. Stupid bird.
Is it him? No, it's only Dick.
What's going on?
We thought you were Daniel J. Travanti.
Well, I guess if you're groggy and the light hits me just right.
No, Dick. He called just after you left. He wanted a room for tonight.
Daniel Travanti called here and wanted a room?
Well, someone named Daniel Travanti called, but he never showed up.
And you've been sitting here all night waiting for him?
Well, we haven't been sitting here all night.
Yeah, we spent most of it getting ready.
So how was the game?
Fine.
Did you sit on the bench?
Yeah, I sat on the bench.
And you got to meet the players?
Yeah, one of them gave me his shoes.
Why'd you do that?
It's a custom. Professional golfers, sometimes when they win a tournament, they'll throw their ball into the crowd. Professional basketball players, they throw their shoes.
Since when?
Since tonight. Really, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, hi, George. Dick was just telling us about the game.
Did he tell you that he missed the whole thing?
No.
Did he tell you that he had to stay in a tunnel with a policeman?
No.
Did he tell you that he yelled at me?
You yelled at George?
No. Did too?
Did not.
See?
So, George, how was Boston?
Well, it's beautiful. And the basketball stadium is huge, and I'd love to go back sometime. But maybe not with Dick.
Sounds like nobody had a very good time tonight.
I want to wake up in the city that doesn't sleep. There are no great songs about Boston.
I thought you went home.
I did, but I'm still so wired from the trip. I thought I'd come over here and finish my pizza.
Look, we're all tired. I think we're going to go to bed. Why don't you turn out the lights and lock up?
Okay. Can I bum a glass of milk?
Don't you have any milk at your cafe?
Yes, but as we all can see, I'm not at my cafe.
Sure, help yourself.
Well, Dick, in spite of our differences, I had a wonderful time.
I'm glad, George.
Yeah, let's do it every year.
Let's play it by ear.
Do you know who you look exactly like?
Who?
I'll tell you when I think of it.
I have a reservation.
Well, the innkeeper's gone to bed, but what the heck? I'm drinking his milk. I can check you in. Okay. How do they do this in the movies? You have to sign the register. Okay. Good. And you'll need a key. Okay. That's room 8 at the top of the stairs, Mr. I just thought of who you look like. Could you wait right here while I wake everyone up in town?
Listen, I have to be up at the crack of dawn. I really need a few hours sleep, so...
Okay, look, just do me one favor. I own the Minuteman Cafe next door. Before you leave tomorrow, if you just could come over for 5 minutes so I could get a picture of you pretending to eat my food.
Sure.
See you tomorrow, Captain. And hey, let's be careful up there.
Meow.
Stop, Dick.
Stop what?
Stop hiding your figs under the toast.
Joanna, don't be silly. I'm not hiding figs under my toast. Oh, well, you know figs.
We talked about this before. Now, you've got to start eating better, and that means getting more fruit in your diet.
I don't like people telling me how to eat. That's why I became a grown-up. He's not eating his figs.
I was saving them for dessert.
Just try them. They're delicious.
I hate figs.
They're full of vitamins.
I hate vitamins.
That's dumb. Why would anybody hate vitamins?
Because they come in things like figs.
Anything wrong?
I think I'm gonna faint. I really think I'm gonna faint.
Stop clowning, Kirk.
Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
I don't think he's lying.
Oh, God.
No. Let's get him to a chair. Kirk,
What happened?
take it easy. Take it easy. I'll get a cold towel.
I'll get him some water.
I'll get him some figs.
Dick! Kirk, what's the matter?
A man just held up my cafe.
What?
What? Was anyone hurt?
No, fortunately, being breakfast, the place was empty.
Well, what happened?
This guy came into my cafe. He looked like all my other customers. Hostile, nervous, trembling. I said, "Can I help you?" He said, "Yeah." Then he grabbed my radio off the counter and threatened to hit me over the head with it if I didn't give him all my money.
He actually said that?
I think so. All I could really hear was Melissa Manchester singing "Don't Cry Out Loud."
How much money did he get?
All my life savings, $2,000.
$2,000? You said you were broke. How'd you save $2,000?
Same way as everybody else. It was my tax refund.
Kirk, this is terrible. Did you call the police?
No, I was too upset to do anything like that.
You should call your insurance company.
Them I called.
Well, then just try to calm down. You weren't hurt, and your insurance company will reimburse you for everything.
I hope so. I don't know. I don't trust anyone anymore.
Kirk, it was just one incident. You can't stop trusting people.
You don't know what it feels like to be threatened like that. I was terrorized, Dick. There's no telling what kind of psychological trauma I may have suffered. Right now, I'm afraid to walk out on the street again.
Kirk, is there anything I can do?
How about a movie?
Here you go. You'll be in room 8, and I'll have somebody bring your bags up in a minute.
Thank you.
Oh, Dick, this is Mr. and Mrs. Powell. They're spending their honeymoon with us.
Oh, congratulations. We hope you enjoy your stay here.
Thank you. I'm sure we will.
Well, here we go.
Oh, I always think that's so romantic. Why didn't you ever carry me over the threshold?
We talked about that, remember?
We did?
Yeah, I asked you if you wanted to go through a basically sexist tradition, and probably the two of us look like idiots, and you said, I guess not.
Hi, I'm looking for the owner.
Hi, you found him.
Hi, Tom Carson, World Mutual Home and Casualty.
Oh, Dick Loudon, and we don't need any insurance.
Mr. Loudon, we're the insurance carrier for the Minuteman Cafe. I'm investigating the robbery they had over there earlier this week.
Oh, yeah.
Just making my report. Need to ask a few neighbors some routine questions concerning Mr. Devane's character.
Well, I can certainly vouch for the fact that he's a character.
Yeah. How long have you known Mr. Devane?
Actually, not that long.
But during the time you have known him, he's impressed you as being pretty reputable?
Yes. Yes, he's pretty reputable. Of course, you know, it depends on your definition of reputable.
Would you say he's basically an honest person?
Yes. Basically.
I'm just trying to determine whether or not Mr. Devane is an honest man, and I sense some evasiveness on your part.
Well, I'm certainly not trying to be evasive.
But then would you please just answer the question, yes or no?
What question is that?
Is Mr. Devane honest?
Look, I'm sure Kirk didn't lie about the robbery.
Are you saying he lies about other things?
He fibs. He fibs for fun. He's a fun fibber.
Mr. Loudon, what you're saying is very serious.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. You're saying Mr. Devane can't be trusted.
I never said that.
Never said what?
I never said that Kirk couldn't be trusted.
You say that all the time.
Who's this?
George Utley.
Do you know Kirk Devane?
Sure.
If you had to, would you describe him as basically honest or basically dishonest?
Well, that depends.
On what?
Who are you?
This is Mr. Carson. He's investigating the robbery at Kirk's Cafe.
See, anytime anyone claims to be robbed and we don't know whether or not they're telling the truth, we have to investigate.
Well, I know Kirk is telling the truth.
How do you know that?
Well, because when Kirk told us about it, Dick said, I don't think he's lying this time.
Well, I'd like to thank both of you gentlemen very much for your help.
Mr. Carson, I hope we didn't give you the wrong impression of Kirk.
Don't think so.
Shoot.
What's wrong?
Oh, I think I got Kirk in trouble. I feel like a traitor. I feel like the worst kind of turncoat.
Oh, I feel the same way.
Well, why? You didn't do anything.
No, I meant about you.
That was delicious.
Thank you. Have a good day. Thanks, we will.
Honey, I'm so glad you decided to let me make you a healthy breakfast for a change.
Well, I guess one healthy breakfast isn't going to kill me.
I know after you eat this, you're going to have more energy and you're going to feel better all day.
Morning, Dick.
Morning. Morning, George.
Would you pass the butter, please? Thank you. Would you pass the jam? Would you pass the syrup, please? Thank you. Do we have any powdered sugar?
I can't eat this.
All right. I'll get you a stack of cholesterol and fat.
Do you want to explain to me what happened over here yesterday?
Kirk, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about someone singing like a canary to the insurance investigator.
All right, Dick, here's your breakfast.
Oh, sure. Sing like a bird, eat like a pig.
Is there a problem, Kirk?
Problem? When that investigator left my cafe yesterday, everything was fine. Now he's snooping all over town, asking people questions about me. Apparently, someone has led him to believe I might not be telling the truth.
I guess that would be Dick.
Kirk, Dick didn't tell the investigator anything he couldn't have heard from 100 other people.
But he might not have talked to 100 other people if Dick hadn't told him I was a liar.
I only said you lied occasionally.
Couldn't you have stretched the truth?
That was stretching the truth.
Well, thanks to you, I'm trapped now.
What do you mean?
They've asked me to drive up to Burlington this afternoon to take a lie detector test.
What's wrong with that?
What if I don't pass?
Kirk, if you're telling the truth about the robbery, you have nothing to fear.
Dick, you know how I am. There's something inside me that won't allow me to tell the truth. I'm just afraid if they hook me up to that machine, I'll burst into flames.
Would it make you feel better if I went along with you?
Are you volunteering because you're my friend or because you feel guilty?
Because I feel guilty.
Kirk, if you want me to, I'll go with you.
Thank you, Leslie, but I'd never drag someone I care about down into this slimy, seamy mess. I'll take Dick. If I pass out, you won't let my head hit the floor, will you?
Kirk, relax. It's going to be fine.
This is all so sick, Dick. Hooking people up to machines, probing their minds, injecting them with electrical impulses, making them pay for parking.
Kirk, you don't have to go through this.
I do if I want to get what's rightfully mine. The money I got from cheating on my taxes.
Mr. Devane, here's the water you asked for.
Thanks. Could you throw it on the machine?
He's joking.
And now, Mr. Devane, as I said before, I'll be instructing you through the test. You'll be asked a series of questions in random order. Your answers will be registered according to your blood pressure, respiration, and skin response, so it is important that you remain calm. Remember, all of your responses are to be yes or no.
Yes or no.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Very well. Let's begin. Is your name Kirk Devane?
Yes.
Are you a resident of Vermont?
Yes.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony?
Yes.
Are you in this country illegally?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Kirk, you're not even listening to the questions.
What?
You're not listening to what he's asking.
What did he say?
Why don't we begin again? Now, just relax and pay attention.
Okay, yes.
Is your name Kirk Devane?
Yes.
Do you run the Minuteman Cafe?
Yes.
Do you use illegal narcotics on a regular basis?
Yes.
Wait a minute, he's doing it again.
I don't understand. I'm not getting any variation.
You mean the machine isn't registering that he's lying?
It barely registers anything. The pens haven't moved. According to this, he's in a coma.
Well, maybe the machine's broken.
Well, it was working earlier today. Would you mind answering a few questions just to test it?
Me?
Well, it will only take a minute. Here, just let me get you unfastened here. There you go. You're free. Would you stand up, please?
Yes.
Kirk, would you hold my coat?
Yes.
This must be fascinating work.
Yes.
I've never taken a polygraph test before, but then again, why would I? What do they call you? Polygraphers? Polygraphists? Lie guys?
The actual term is polygraph examiner, but you can call me Polly. There, now that does it. Now remember to relax. Make all of your responses yes or no.
Right. I mean yes.
Fine, then let's begin. Is your name Dick Loudon?
Yes. No. My friends call me Dick, but my name is Richard Loudon.
Just answer yes or no. These aren't trick questions.
I'm sorry.
Are you a resident of Vermont?
Yes. No. What I mean is I live here now, but I've only lived here for a couple months, so I'm not sure I'm a legal resident. I'm doing it again, aren't I?
It's all right. You do show that the instrument is definitely working.
And then how do you explain his test?
I can't explain it. For some reason, he doesn't register on a polygraph.
Well, what does this mean?
If he doesn't register, it means there's nothing I can do to support his claim. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too, Kurt.
Looks like the only way I'm going to get my money back now is to go out and find the guy who stole it.
How are you going to do that?
We'll ask around. We'll start with the seediest place in town.
That would be your place.
Okay, we'll start with the second seediest place.
Kirk, this is crazy.
It's not crazy. This is the kind of place where crummy people hang out.
Hi, Kirk.
Hi, nice
How's it going?
to see you.
Kirk, what are we doing here?
Looking for my robber.
What do you gentlemen have?
Look, we don't have time to order. We just want to know if you've seen anybody around here who might be a vicious criminal.
What are you talking about?
His cafe was robbed. He's trying to find out who did it.
Oh, you must be from the Minuteman.
See, they have heard about it.
Everybody's heard about it.
Oh, yeah. We were talking, and we figured whoever did it must be from out of town.
Why's that?
Well, because no one from this town would go in there. Did you want anything on the menu?
No. Let's go.
Just give me one last shot at it.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to do anything embarrassing. I'm just going to offer a reward for any information leading to the arrest, conviction, and execution of the person who did it.
Kirk, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous to make a plea for help, Dick. These people, cruddy as they are still my neighbors. And around here, neighbors are always willing to lend a hand. People, hello, everyone. Can you listen up, please, just for a second? Can you just listen up? Thank you. As you may or may not know, the Minuteman Cafe was robbed last week.
Say, would you teach me how to do that?
Do what?
Sew.
George, why do you want to learn how to sew?
Well, every once in a while I knock a button off of one of my shirts and I'd like to be able to sew it back on.
This is one of your shirts.
Oh? Well, never mind.
There you are. I thought you guys would have been back hours ago. How did the test go?
You know how a vampire doesn't show up in a mirror? Kirk doesn't show up on a lie detector test.
What do you mean?
It was a waste of time. The test didn't prove anything.
Well, if the test didn't prove anything, what happens now?
Well, we don't know for sure, but it doesn't look good.
2,000 hard-earned bucks down the drain.
Look, Kirk, I know you're feeling lousy, but it's not the end of the world.
You know, you're right, Dick. I feel totally better.
All right, I know it's a cliche, but instead of feeling down, just, count your blessings.
Okay, let's count them. I'm broke, I'm alone, I have no credibility, and I'm good looking. That's 1 out of 4.
I've been listening to you all day go on like this, and I'm trying to be sympathetic, but I think you're overlooking one thing. This whole ordeal is your fault.
Let's give a hand for the most insensitive man in America.
It's not insensitive, it's true. It's this whole ordeal is the classic story of the little boy that cried wolf.
What story is that?
You never heard the story about the little boy that cried wolf?
Nope.
Well, it's a story about this little shepherd boy, and he was out watching over his lambs.
His what?
His lambs.
You mean his sheep?
Lambs are sheep.
Honey, there's no such thing as a flock of lambs.
I didn't say flock. It could have been a pair of lambs.
I always heard it was goats.
All right, whatever. Anyway, the point is, he was out watching over his herd of whatever, and he was bored. And he thought it'd be fun to run into town and tell everyone that he had seen a wolf.
He cried wolf.
What?
Honey, I don't mean to interrupt, but you said the little boy went into town and told everyone he'd seen a wolf. Actually, he cried wolf, and the whole town came running.
No, the way I heard it, only his mother and father came running.
I thought everybody came running right away.
But what difference does it make?
It doesn't make any difference. Why are you telling the story?
Just hear me out. The little shepherd boy kept crying wolf because he enjoyed fooling people. But he had cried wolf so much that when a wolf really came, no one believed him and no one came to help him.
Is there supposed to be a point to this?
Yes, the wolf ate his lambs.
Sheep.
Goats!
I thought the wolf ate the little boy.
I don't care if the wolf ate the whole damn town. The moral of the story is that someone or something, somewhere, somehow got eaten by the wolf. Because the little shepherd boy lied, and no one believed him anymore.
This is a religious story, isn't it, Dick?
No.
Don't you understand what he's saying? If you lie all the time, no one's going to believe you.
Even if you're telling the truth?
That's right. That's exactly what happened here. All your chickens have come home to roost.
Why are you suddenly obsessed with livestock?
Trying to say is that when you were telling all those lies, they may have seemed harmless. But at a time like this, you see, it's really important that people believe you.
All right, just give me a second to think about this. You're saying the $2,000 I lost is paying for all the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of senseless and stupid lies I've told in the course of my life?
I think that's right.
It's not fair.
Who said life was fair?
That might have been me.
Now, let me get this straight. You all know the story, right?
Yeah.
Who told it to you?
Our parents.
Yeah. Can I use your phone, Dick?
Sure.
Hi, Mom. This is Kirk. Oh, come on, don't start crying. I know it's been a long time. Since 1978? Vermont. Yeah, I own a little cafe. Look, I don't have time to chit-chat. Mom, why didn't you ever tell me the story about the little boy who cried wolf? Well, they said it was a wolf. Of course I love you. Do I have to keep telling you that over and over and over again? Every 5 years, I love you.
Meow. Is that George?
Oh, I think so. Just a minute, George. Coming. Just a minute. George, what is it?
Oh, good. I'm glad you're up. You gotta come quick.
What's going on?
Out back. You've gotta come see.
See what?
Out back.
See what out back?
Come on, you'll see. Hurry! It's this way. Follow me.
George, we know where out back is.
What's going on?
I don't know. We're running out back.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, I'm coming with you.
Watch your step through here. There are lots of chairs and tables.
We know that, George.
Wait for me!
Come on, hurry. Come on, you gotta see this.
See what, George?
Oh, shoot.
What's the matter?
It's gone.
What's gone?
The thing in the woods.
What thing?
I'm not sure.
George, what are you talking about?
I was in bed asleep, and all of a sudden I woke up and couldn't remember whether I'd closed the garage doors. Well, you know me. There was no going back to sleep until I'd checked. Boy, caretaking. So I put on my robe and boots and went down the back steps to check. Oh, yeah, and I got my flashlight.
George, would you please get to the point?
I am, Dick. As I was coming around the corner of the garage, I saw some kind of a thing in the woods. It was all shiny with lights, and it came up out of the trees and just hovered there.
Sounds like a helicopter.
No, it wasn't a helicopter, Dick. It didn't make any noise. And when I say lights, I mean hundreds of lights.
Well, maybe it was a blimp.
Well, it wasn't shaped like a blimp.
How big was this thing?
Oh, big. What do you mean by big?
Was it bigger than a car?
Oh, yes. Well, what kind of a car?
Whatever you saw, George, it's gone now.
Dick, what do you think it was?
Could have been anything. Could be swamp gas, weather balloon, invaders from another planet.
Dick.
Well, whatever it was, I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
Hey, what's going on out here?
Oh, nothing.
I saw a UFO.
That's not for sure, George.
A UFO? Where?
In the woods.
Yeah, but it's gone now. Everything's fine.
He really saw a UFO?
Well, we don't know what he saw, but whatever he saw, it's gone now, and we're not going to find out what it was at this late hour. Leslie, why don't you show the Tylers back to their room? In fact, why don't we all try to get some sleep, and we'll check it out in the morning.
But if you saw a UFO...
Well, we'll deal with it in the morning.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Well, I'm sorry I bothered you, but I thought you should know.
George, don't be sorry. We're glad you feel comfortable enough with us, so if something's bothering you, you feel like you can tell us about it. Right, Dick?
No matter how ungodly an hour it is.
I was just afraid if I waited till morning, I wouldn't know whether it actually happened or whether I dreamed it.
Well, at least now you know you didn't dream it.
Unless I'm dreaming this.
Why don't you go to bed, George?
I'll try. Night.
Good night, George.
Good night. Oh, come on.
Dick, what do you really think it was?
I don't know. I always hate getting up in the middle of the night. I feel terrible the next day.
No, Dick, it's possible that what George saw was real. There have been a lot of UFO sightings in Vermont in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose we were being visited. Why would people from another planet pick Vermont?
Schools.
Come on, honey, I'm serious.
Honey, can we try to get back to sleep?
What if there is such a thing as life on other planets?
We aren't going to get back to sleep, are we?
Well, I mean, it's just so incredible to think about. I mean, suppose there are two creatures just like us somewhere out there in the universe.
Well, I hope the one like me is getting some sleep.
Leslie, this French toast is fantastic. It makes me feel like I'm back in Paris.
When were you in Paris, Kirk?
Once during the toast season.
Morning, everybody.
Morning. I'll get you breakfast.
Oh, my. Is this a joke, or are you two planning to look that way all day?
I didn't get much sleep last night, Kirk.
Oh, how come? Passion, barking dog, family tragedy?
George saw something last night and woke us up, and we couldn't get back to sleep.
What did he see?
We're not sure, just unidentified object in the woods that appeared to be flying.
You're saying George saw a spaceship?
We're not saying that.
That's crazy.
Here you go.
How about you, Leslie? Did you see any Martians last night?
You told Kirk?
Yes. But don't you tell anyone else. This isn't the kind of thing we should be talking about in front of the GUESTS.
Good, Dick. We can spell, but they can't.
All I'm trying to say, until we find out what it is, Let's not get everybody excited.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to be excited because Crazy George saw a spaceship.
Quit saying crazy and spaceship. I mean, that's just what I'm worried about. That with a guy like George, people are going to make fun of him. The quieter we keep this, the better.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, George. Hi, George.
Hi, George. How are you this morning?
Fine.
I'll get you breakfast.
That's okay. I'm not very hungry this morning.
Are you still upset about last night?
Well, I guess a little. Did you tell him?
About the moon men?
Kirk, please.
After I left your room, I couldn't get back to sleep.
Well, I wouldn't be concerned, George. Whatever it is, I'm sure there's an explanation.
I bet I know the explanation.
You do?
Yes. George, do you ever find yourself looking forward to having a drink?
Look, George, we're going to get this cleared up today. Dick's going to go into town with you, and you'll check with the sheriff and the airport, the weather bureau, the local radio station. We're going to see if anybody else saw what you saw.
George, do you find yourself only associating with people who enjoy alcohol?
Eat your toast, Kirk. George, it would help if you can give us a description of what you saw.
All I know is it was shiny with lights and hovered, and it was shaped something like...
Like a bottle?
George, was it shaped like a saucer?
No, it was more like a cup. It came up out of the trees like this and just hovered there for a minute without making any noise. That was when I ran up and got you guys. I was only gone a second, so it must have just taken off. I'll go clean that up.
Sounds like bourbon brains to me.
According to this, there have been over 400 UFO sightings in the state of Vermont.
Really?
Yeah. The first one was in 1937 by a nurse, Rachel Kent. The next one was in 1941 by a retired Air Force Colonel, John Singer. Then, between 1944 and 1956, there were 84 sightings by a guy named Willie Nugget. I guess we can't count Willie.
I don't think so.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Hello.
Could we have our bill, please? We're going to check out.
Oh, fine. Don't move. Hope you enjoyed your stay.
We had a wonderful time. My wife loved this place.
I'm glad.
Yes, I never heard her go on so. She loved the bedspreads, the curtains, the towels, the pillow shams. I mean, you name it, she loved it.
Well, good. Then I hope we'll be seeing you again.
I'm sure you will.
I'm ready, honey.
What's that, dear?
Our dirty clothes. Come on, let's go.
What dirty clothes? All our stuff is in the suitcase.
Will you just shut up and come on?
Mrs. Pfeiffer? You wouldn't by any chance be taking our towels and our bedspread and our pillow shams, would you?
Dorothy.
What?
I can't believe you're stealing from these people. Now, you put that down right now and get out to the car.
Then you give them back their pens.
I'll give them back their pens. And their ashtrays, too. And their light bulbs. Now, you satisfied? Come on, let's get out of here while we still have some shred of dignity left.
We had a lovely time.
And if you think I'm going to take you on another vacation, you're living in a dream world.
That's outrageous. How can people live like that?
Pretty cheaply, I imagine. Oh, good, you're back. What'd you find out?
Nothing. We talked to the sheriff and the people at the airport. No one reported anything. There were no weather balloons or planes in the area. Whatever it was, there doesn't seem to be any explanation.
According to them, I'm the only one who saw anything.
So what do you do now?
I don't know.
The sheriff and the people at the airport said that they have groups that investigate things like this.
You mean one of those UFO societies?
I think I should warn you, George, if you take it that far, you may be opening yourself up to a lot of ridicule and embarrassment.
But, Dick, if I saw something, don't I have a duty to report it?
I think George is right. Besides, there's always going to be a small group of ignorant people who are going to make fun of something like this.
Looks like a rock with a note tied to it.
What does it say?
George Utley is a nut.
Now, who would do something like that?
Sign the sheriff and the people at the airport. No, I'm sorry, George Utley isn't here. Can I take a message? I'm not going to take that message. Who is this? No, don't say a friend. I want your name. I mean, if you're going to use language like that, I want to know who you are. Because I want to know the kind of disgusting, small-minded coward I'm talking to. Muffin? Okay, Muffin, look. If you have something nasty to say about George, why don't you just tie it to a rock like everybody else? Sorry, George. I hope it didn't bother you. Just one crank.
You mean one more crank?
George, I know this is hard, but believe me, in 6 months, you'll look back on this and laugh.
I hope so. That'll give me something in common with the rest of the town.
Stratford Inn. I assume by Buck Rogers you're referring to our caretaker? No, he isn't here. Oh, really? Well, let me tell you something. It's people like you that give people a bad name.
What was that all about?
Oh, just another crank. I've heard from every crackpot and loose screw in the county. Oh, your mother called. Not about George. She said she wanted to talk to you.
Oh, well, I'll call her.
And, by the way, at the time, I'd just gotten about 5 straight crank phone calls in a row, so, if I said anything to offend her, tell her I'm sorry.
Okay.
Specifically, I may have used the words Cyclops and Chowderhead. Where have you two been?
We went for a walk in the woods.
Looking for landing sites, huh?
Well, we just felt so badly about George, we wanted to see if we could help.
You find anything?
The remnants of a campsite. But I doubt that aliens would have come all this way just to drink light beer.
How'd you do with the UFO Society?
Oh, they were very sympathetic, but they said with no evidence to support George's claim, there really wasn't anything they could do.
Dick, with no evidence, do you think George really did see something?
I think he believes he saw something.
But do you believe he saw something?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, what matters is that George is my friend, and I believe in that. Oh, great, another crank.
Let me take care of this one.
Thanks.
Hello? No, George Utley is not here. May I take a message? Really? You believe him? You saw it too? Oh, this is great. George is going to be so happy. I'll have him call you the minute he comes in. May I have your name? Willie Nugget.
Could I get another cup of coffee, please?
I'll beam it right over.
Mom, is that the man who saw the spaceship?
Shush, now eat your lunch.
Can I go talk to him?
No.
Why not? He's famous.
He's a kook. Eat your lunch.
Oh, there you are, George. I've been looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dick. I was depressed, so I came over here.
I didn't realize you were that depressed.
Hi, Dick. What's up?
Just came over to ask George if he wanted to come home for lunch.
Right. Heaven forbid he should have anything over here.
That's okay. I'm not hungry, Dick.
George, you have to eat.
But not here, right, Dick?
I didn't mean anything against the cafe, Kirk.
I thought I'd stay here for a while. I got tired of hearing the phone ring and you saying I wasn't there when I was. I thought if I wasn't there, you could say I wasn't there and I wouldn't be.
George, I'm sorry you have to go through this.
That's my own fault. I should have just kept my mouth shut.
How you doing, Kirk?
Hey, Kirk.
What's happening?
Hey.
Come on, George, let's go.
Hey, I saw a space shuttle parked out front. Is that yours, George?
George, are you sure you don't want to go home?
What do you think those spacemen wanted with George, huh?
Well, they were probably looking for a higher form of intelligence and found George by mistake.
George, you don't have to put up with this.
They don't bother me, Dick.
Well, they bother me.
Well, maybe George is from outer space, huh?
He could be. He's always got that hat on. Maybe there's a couple of antennas under there.
He could be from out of this world. He's out of his mind.
Okay, that's it. I've heard enough out of you guys.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe he wants to teach you a lesson.
You better look out, Jack. That's Dick Loudon, the writer you're tangling with. He may have a pen.
Come on, Philip. Let's get out of here.
I want to see this.
I told you the man is a kook. Now move.
No, no one's leaving. I have something I want to say, and I want everybody to hear it. I don't care how big you are. And that includes you, and you, and you, Kirk. I know why you're teasing George. There's something you don't understand, and so you make fun of it. Well, that makes sense. I mean, not to make fun of something like this requires things like character, sensitivity, brains. And George is an easy target. I mean, he can't prove that he saw something. But then you can't prove that he didn't, can you?
Well.
Shut up, Kirk. I don't know what George saw exactly. But even if he saw something as incredible as a flying saucer.
No, it was a cup.
Whatever, George. The point is, if he says he saw something, I'm not going to be stupid enough to say he didn't.
And for your information, there's nothing under my hat. I'm sorry, Dick. I just reached my limit.
What do you say we get out of here?
Yeah, I could go for a pizza.
Great, let's split.
God, I love it when you come over.
Hi, George.
Hi, Dick.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
So weak.
Yeah. You know, I've been taking care of this inn for almost my whole life. And most of that time I've been alone. This is the first time that I ever really felt lonely.
You know, reporting what you saw took courage. And courage can sometimes be a lonely thing. But, I mean, at least you're not the first person to have gone through it, you know. I mean, imagine how Socrates and Joan of Arc felt.
I'm sorry, Dick. I've heard of those people, but I'm not sure what they did.
Well, they stood up for what they believed, and they were persecuted.
Did people call them nuts?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I can sympathize with that.
And they killed him.
Whoa.
Well, it's getting kind of cold. I better get back inside. You coming?
Not just yet, thanks. Dick, do you think there's any chance that whatever it was I saw will come back?
I have to tell you the truth, George. I don't think so. Oh, what the heck? Guess we can give it another 10 minutes. Meow.
Come on. Baby needs a new hotel.
I love games. I have a philosophy. It's not whether you win or lose. It's just important to have as much fun as you can.
Yeah, my philosophy is win or die. So, give me Marvin Gardens.
Would you mind watching the desk for a minute?
Where's Dick and Joanna?
In Dick's study being interviewed for the Sunday magazine.
Why?
Because Sunday magazine interviews interesting people in town, and they think that Dick and Joanna are interesting people.
They never interviewed me.
Maybe they don't think you're interesting.
Well, then I hate them.
Well, I'm going to serve them some coffee. Would you mind taking care of the desk in case anybody comes in?
Sure. All right. Excuse me, could someone help us? Yeah, she'll be back in a second.
I would have to say I don't think either of us have ever been happier.
I agree with Dick. The move to Vermont was the best thing we ever did.
Oh, and you should know Leslie Vanderkellen. This is Mrs. Vosper from the Weekly Horn.
Hello.
Hello. What do you do, Leslie?
Well, I work part-time for the Loudons as a maid, and I'm also studying at Dartmouth for my master's degree in Renaissance theology.
In her spare time, she's training to become a member of the United States Olympic ski team.
And if that isn't enough, she makes a heck of a cup of coffee.
Well, that's impressive.
Thank you. Let me know if you need anything. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Leslie.
All that, and she's pretty, too.
Yes, Leslie's amazing.
No, Leslie's perfect.
Well, let's get back to you two. What do you like most about each other? Mrs. Loudon?
Oh, I don't know where to begin. Dick is so wonderful. He's kind and generous, fair, dedicated. He's handsome, creative and industrious, and, well, just about the best all-round guy in the world.
You just did better than Leslie. What do you like best about your wife?
Oh, that's easy. I would say that Joanna is a terrific homebody.
I left out that he has a great sense of humor.
Why, did I say something funny?
You said I was a homebody.
No, I said you were a terrific homebody.
Darling, that sounds like I'm somebody who's always home.
Well, you are.
Well, I may be home, but I'm always busy.
Well, then I guess I should have called you a busybody.
Dick?
No, really, I love it that you're satisfied, being around the house with no responsibilities.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't mean no responsibilities, but I mean all your responsibilities are here at the inn and not out in the real world.
Sweetheart, I don't think that's right either.
Well, Joanna, what do you want me to say?
Well, I'd like you to make it clear to Mrs. Vosper that I don't sit around all day and knit.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I think I can explain. Well, in the first place, Joanna doesn't know how to knit. You don't really sew either, do you?
No, and thank you so much for clearing that up.
Mrs. Loudon, why don't you tell me what you do?
No, really, I'm much more interested in what Dick has to say.
She's teasing now. Oh, that's another quality I love about Joanna. She's a great teaser.
I'm not teasing.
She's teasing now.
Dick, quit stalling. Tell Mrs. Vosper what you think I do.
No, I don't know exactly what you do. I mean, how could I? I'm always working.
And I'm not?
Mrs. Loudon, for what it's worth, I'm on your side. I used to be home. I know what it's like. I admire any woman who chooses to stay there. The task is awesome.
Thank you, Mrs. Vosper.
In fact, I think you deserve an award. Personally, it drove me up the wall. The tedium, the endless days. I mean, how many soap operas can a person watch?
I don't watch soap operas.
Oh, I know. I didn't admit watching them either. And the point is, I recognize your value. It takes a special kind of, metabolism to do what you do.
You mean a slower metabolism?
Joanna?
Like, say, a snake?
Honey, nobody said anything about snakes.
No, I think that's accurate, Dick. You know how slow my metabolism is. I only eat twice a year. Every March, I swallow a roast, and then I'm good until fall.
I'm sorry. Have I touched a nerve?
No, not at all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll go out and lie on a rock.
You gotta watch her. She'll tease your pants off. George?
Yeah, Dick?
What are you doing?
I'm making faces in my plate.
That's what I thought.
Why do you ask?
No reason.
So, how did that interview you had go today?
It went fine. Joanna, I hate to ask you this, but do we have any gravy?
Do I sense a little tension in the air?
Everything is fine, Joy.
Oh, good.
You have your choice of gravies, dear. Beef, turkey, or giblet. Would you like some gravy, George?
No.
You know, Joanna, you can't stay mad at me forever.
You're probably right, but let's wait and see.
What was so terrible about what I said?
What was so terrible about what you said?
What did you say?
Nothing, George.
Dick called me a homebody.
Oh, that's terrible.
No, it isn't.
Then why aren't we having gravy?
He also said he doesn't know what I do all day.
Well, I know you do things.
Things? Let me tell you what I do. I run this inn for one thing. I make breakfast every morning for at least a dozen people. I check guests in and out. With Leslie's help, I dust, I clean, I iron. I also do the bookkeeping. I polish, I restore, I refinish.
Those are the kind of things I meant by things.
You know, I think I just realized why we bought this inn. We bought it so I could kill myself working, and you could walk through it every day and say, I love this inn.
I'd love some more meat.
What I was trying to say today is I don't notice what you do because people who are great at what they do always make it look so easy.
I don't know, maybe I'm just mad because I'm sensitive about it. I've always had other interests, at least till we moved here. Maybe deep down, I don't think what I'm doing is important enough.
Well, what do you want to do?
Maybe I could go back to school.
I think that's a terrific idea.
I'm too old.
That's true.
I am not. It's always been one of the regrets of my life that I never got my degree. I came so close.
What happened?
I met Dick.
Oh.
We were both working at the same ad agency in New York. He was a copywriter, and I was going to NYU and working part-time as a secretary. And when we got married, Dick quit his job to write, and I quit school so I could work full-time to support us. Not that I would have had it any other way.
Honey, if you want to go back to school or work outside the house, I mean, that's fine with me. But, I mean, you don't have to do those things to prove your worth to me. I've always thought of you as a bright, capable person who I've considered an equal and someone I could count on.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's sweet.
Now, would you make us some gravy?
There's a moral here, Dick.
Keep your mouth shut.
That's it.
You certainly look nice for your job interview.
Thank you.
I think it's important to make a good first impression.
I think so, too.
Then I'd get whatever that is off your tooth.
Oh, no. Oh, I wonder how long I've been walking around like this.
Oh, probably since you left your house this morning.
Mrs. Loudon?
Yes.
Hey, Roy Herzog.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Well, you all set?
I think so.
Okay, come on in.
Okay.
Have a seat there and make yourself comfortable. Listen, you don't mind if I have lunch while we talk, do you?
No, of course not. Go ahead.
I hate doing this in front of you, but it's been one of those days. Stuff's piling up. I'm short a person. The telephone's ringing. I have to interview people. I mean, I'm really swamped. Oh, darn it.
What's the matter?
Cheese. Cheese, I hate cheese. My wife knows I hate cheese. It seems like after you've been married for I'm sorry, where was I?
You were saying you're really swamped.
Oh, yeah, well, you know how it is. Everybody wants to be a travel agent.
I'm sure you have to be very selective.
Yeah, well, we're a small office. We get a lot of repeat business. What in the hell is this? Do you know what that is?
Well, I'm not sure, but it smells good.
Yeah, well, then you take it. So, where was I?
You were saying it's a small office. You get a lot of repeat business.
All right. You know, this is really a great business, and I'll tell you why. You're fulfilling people's dreams, making them realize their fantasies by booking them to exotic lands and faraway places.
What's the bus fare to Dayton?
It's in your files. Listen, could you give me a cup of coffee, a sandwich, or something?
Sure.
Well, Mr. Herzog, the job certainly sounds exciting.
It does?
Yes,
Well, then can I be honest with you?
by all means.
You know, you've got a lot going for you.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're bright, you're pretty, your printing's real good. Well, I'll tell you, you'd make one heck of a travel agent.
Well, I'd certainly do my best.
But I'm not going to give you the job.
Why not?
Well, you haven't worked in several years. You don't need the money. I'm afraid this is just a whim.
A whim? Mr. Herzog, I would never come looking for a job on a whim.
You wouldn't?
No. I'm not some young girl fresh out of school trying to find herself. I'm a mature woman. And whether or not my husband is able to support me doesn't diminish my desire or capacity or right to work.
Boy, that's a real good argument. I bet you'd be terrific here. I bet you'd catch on fast. I bet you'd get to work every day on time. It's just that I know you're going to quit in 2 weeks.
I'm not going to quit in 2 weeks.
You're not?
No. Mr. Herzog, I've always been interested in travel, and I'm not just saying that because you were the only ad in the paper.
Okay. Let me think. You're going to need a lot of training. It's taking a lot of supervision at first. It's going to take a lot of my time. So how soon could you quit and not make me crazy?
Mr. Herzog, I'm not going to quit. You have my word. I don't know what else I can say to make you believe me.
Okay, what the heck, you got the job.
I do?
You knew that the minute you came in here.
I didn't.
Yes, you did, you charmer, you. Come on, let me introduce you to everybody.
Oh, Mr. Herzog, I'm so thrilled I don't know what to say.
You're not thrilled, you knew. Betty, Frank, I want you to meet your new co-worker.
She got the job.
Come on, you knew I was going to hire her.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait to get started.
Well, neither can we. That'll be your desk right here. Betty, I want you to set her up with everything. Get her some of those business cards and a calendar and what's that?
Staple remover.
Get her one of those. I want her desk all set up and ready for business first thing tomorrow morning. What if your husband gets sick?
Then I quit.
I knew that.
But otherwise, I'm here.
Okay, it's a deal.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow at 8.
We don't start till 10.
Then I'll take those 2 hours and memorize the globe.
Give me one of those.
All right, this game, I'm going to be the race car.
I'm the top hat.
Okay.
What's the matter, George?
I'm always the race car.
That's silly. Come on, let's get going.
Well, if it's silly, let him be the car.
Never.
I'm not going to play.
Good, it's just you and me, Leslie. The way it should always be.
I'm not playing unless you give George the race car.
Why can't the man be an iron or a shoe?
Because I'm always the race car.
Look, why don't you both be something else? What's the big deal?
All right, I'll be the top hat.
No way.
Look, okay, come on. Look, I'll be the Scotty, okay? Let's just get on with the game.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, you got the dice. You go first.
Guess what? I got a job.
3. 1, 2, 3. Baltic Avenue, $60. I'll buy it.
Well, I've told you. Guess I'll tell Dick. Dick? Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were busy.
Yeah,
I have something to tell you, but it can wait.
great.
Okay, that's enough waiting.
What are you doing?
Dick, you won't believe what I did this morning.
I don't believe what you did just now.
Dick, I've got a job.
You're kidding.
No. You are looking at a woman who from now on can take you to any city in the world, anytime you want to go, for practically nothing.
You got a job as a pilot?
No, Dick. I'm a travel agent.
Great, congratulations.
You're surprised, aren't you?
No?
You're a little surprised.
No?
Well, no matter how surprised you are, apparently there are some people out there in the real world who don't think I'm such a hopeless homebody after all.
Joanna, calling you a homebody was stupid.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it was thoughtless.
It may have been the biggest favor you ever did for me.
Okay, it was brilliant.
Don't you see? If you hadn't called me a homebody, I'd never have taken this job. Now, thanks to you, I'm going to be working with interesting people, doing stimulating things, getting paid for it. I don't have to be here all the time doing all those routine things, like bookkeeping, taking reservations, and talking with the guests, listening to the sound of you typing, knowing you're in the next room if I ever want to talk, taking long walks with you on the spur of the moment, and, you know, just generally doing all those things that I love to do. Oh, Dick.
Oh, honey.
I'm such a dope.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am, for listening to you.
Oh.
I mean, for listening to you and not listening to myself. Darn it, I like what I do here. I like taking care of this place and you and the guests. I like my life the way it is.
Are you saying you like being a homebody?
I hate that word.
You're right, it's a disgusting word.
Don't you understand? When you call me a homebody, it means you think I'm somebody who doesn't want to do anything.
No, it doesn't. When I call you a homebody, it means somebody who does a lot. It's just that you do it at home. Somebody who doesn't do anything at home is called a sloth. Welcome.
Nice to be back. Oh.
Now, first thing in the morning, you call the travel agency and you tell them you change your mind.
Oh, God.
Now what's the matter?
Oh, you don't understand. I practically begged Mr. Herzog for that job. He didn't want to hire me because he said I'd quit in 2 weeks.
Well, he's wrong. You're going to quit before you even start.
It's not funny, Dick. This is exactly what he said would happen. He even accused me of being there on a whim. Can you imagine that?
I have to be careful how I answer this.
Well, there's just one thing I can do. I'm going to have to hold my head up high, march into his office tomorrow morning, and make an utter fool of myself.
Honey, I know you can do it.
Dick, I feel funny about this. Maybe you should just wait in the car.
Look, Joanna, this is as much my fault as it is yours. I think we should face it together.
Good morning.
Hi. Hi. I'd like you all to meet my husband, Dick. Honey, this is Betty and Frank.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you come down to watch the first day?
Well, I came down to watch the beginning of it.
Oh, Dick, look.
Joanna, a name plaque is no reason to take a job you don't want.
Morning!
That's him.
Remember, be strong, and I'll be right here.
Oh, well.
Hello, Mr. Herzog. I'd like you to meet my husband, Dick.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
We're sure impressed with Joanna. We're looking forward to having her here.
Well, I know she's looking forward to being here.
Mr. Herzog, could I speak to you privately for a moment?
Oh, certainly. My office or yours? Come on in. Have a seat. Tell you one thing, you sure do look pretty today. You're quitting, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Then what did you want to talk to me about?
Well, the job and not taking it.
You're quitting.
I'm not quitting. I'm not starting.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Darn, 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 darn.
Don't be upset.
Rats, big, stupid rats.
I know how this must look.
Congrats!
I really do appreciate you giving me this job.
Yo, thanks a lot for coming in.
It's just that things have changed since yesterday. Oh, God, I feel like such an idiot.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
I can understand you're being angry, and I don't blame you. I just wish there was some way I could show you how sorry I am.
How about hanging yourself?
Do you have cats?
No.
Are you sure?
Are you all right?
I'm sorry. I got like that.
That's okay.
You made a mistake. You're human. We're all human.
Thank you for being understanding. I just don't know what to do.
Just say we'll be friends. Say it!
Oh, we'll be friends.
Now get out.
There you are. How'd it go?
Let's just say it's over.
What do you mean?
I won't be taking the job after all.
Oh, no, really? Oh, what a disappointment. You owe me $10.
Let's go.
I'm sorry the way I acted in there.
That's okay.
I really feel terrible about it. I just want you both to know if you ever want to take a trip any place at all, just give us a call. We'll set you up real nice.
Well, that's really sweet. Thanks.
If they call, send them someplace with bats.
Meow.
Hi, honey. Morning, George.
Hi.
Breakfast will be ready in a minute.
We were just talking about that thunderstorm last night.
Oh, I love thunderstorms. They're so beautiful and they leave everything so fresh and clean.
Nature stinks.
What's the matter, Kirk?
What's the matter? Did anyone notice we had a thunderstorm last night?
Yeah, we were just saying how much we enjoyed it.
Really? Well, thanks to the excellent drainage and sloping landscape of your property, my cafe is now underwater.
Would you like some breakfast?
Well, either that or we all could put on scuba gear and eat over at my place.
Can't be that bad.
The floor is flooded.
Flooded?
Well, they're puddles.
That sounds like a leaky roof to me.
Me too.
What are you trying to do? Weasel out of paying damage to my cafe?
Hey, it's a leaky roof. It's not our fault.
Then lend me the money to fix the roof.
That's not our fault either.
Okay, then let's talk about something else. Okay, Leslie, how about you and I going out tonight?
What time?
Why do you want to know what time?
So I'll know when to be ready.
What is this, some sort of a cruel joke? You never go out with me.
Because I'm always busy, but tonight I'm not. So, what time do you want to go out?
I don't know. I'm totally unprepared for this.
How about 7?
Fine. I'll just break the date I already have, and I'll see you at 7.
If you have a date tonight, why don't we go out tomorrow?
Fantastic. Come on, Dick. In your study. Come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Kirk,
Why'd you drag me in here?
Leslie's finally going out with me. This is the happiest day of my life. I thought you'd want to share it with me and loan me money.
I'm not loaning you any money.
Look, I can understand you're not loaning me money for a roof. I mean, that's got to cost at least $1,000. But a date, Dick, I'm talking maybe half that.
You want $500 for a date with Leslie?
Look, this may be my only chance to win Leslie.
How can you spend $500 on a date?
Well, first of all, there's dinner at the finest restaurant I can find. I think it's a safe guess that may be out of town. So, we have to consider transportation, maybe airfare.
Did you ever think the thing that might appeal to Leslie would be simple, unpretentious fun?
No. The only way I'm going to win Leslie is to prove to her I have the class and sophistication to fit into her world. And with your money, I think I can pull it off.
I'll give you $20, and that's it.
$300.
We're not negotiating. $20, take it or leave it.
That's 20. I'll get the rest by selling my car and all my blood.
Look, I know there's no point in my saying this, but just try to keep this date in perspective.
You're saying don't expect her to marry me?
Yeah.
If she does, will you be my best man?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, we don't accept pets. We do accept children, yes. Well, I can appreciate that you think of your pets as your children, but we don't accept pets of any kind, except seeing eye dogs. I don't believe there's any such thing as a seeing eye cat. I'll tell you what, there's a very nice kennel in town. Well, you can call them, but I don't think they take people. But you can try. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Dick, I couldn't help overhearing that you don't allow pets. Do my fish count?
No, George, you live here. Besides, people don't usually travel with their fish.
That's true. Fish tie you down.
Hey, guys, we just found this in the basement. What do you think?
I think that's a good place for it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Could somebody help me? I'm looking for the young man that runs the cafe next door.
Isn't he there?
I looked, but the place seemed deserted.
That isn't necessarily a reason to give up.
What do you want him for?
He's my grandson.
Kirk is your grandson?
Yeah.
You're Kirk's grandmother?
I see I've fallen in with smart people.
Well, it's so nice to meet you. I'm Joanna Loudon, and this is my husband, Dick.
Oh,
hello.
And our caretaker, George.
Oh,
thank you.
And our maid, Leslie.
Blanche Devane.
You're welcome to wait here for Kirk. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, thank you. I walked all the way from the bus station. My dogs are killing me.
How about a cold drink?
Oh, thank you.
Gee, I'm surprised Kirk wasn't there if he was expecting you.
Oh, he didn't know. I decided to just pop in on him. I was sitting in my house in the living room.
Where are you from?
Montana.
Oh, where about?
You know Montana?
No.
Well, to save time, let's just say Montana. I was sitting in my house looking out the window, and there was nothing out there but Montana, and I said, I'm getting out of here.
This is really something. We've never met any of Kirk's relatives.
Yeah. Count your blessings.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, how is Kirk? I haven't seen him in 8, 9 years.
He's fine.
You like him?
Yeah, we like him.
Oh, good. You know, Kirk never had a lot of friends when he was a kid.
I'll be darned.
You see, he went through this phase where he lied about everything, and that turns everybody off. But he just needed a lot of direction, and I was in no position to give it to him.
Well, you probably felt that was his parents' job.
No, I was in prison.
I'm sorry.
Well, it isn't really as bad as it sounds. I was seeing this retired gentleman. He had no way to get any place, and he didn't like to depend on other people. So to kind of cheer him up, I pinched a Lincoln.
Who left me a note saying my grandmother is here?
Your grandmother, Einstein.
Grandma?
Get over here. Hug me.
Oh. What are you doing here?
I came to see my favorite grandson.
You came here all by yourself? That's wonderful. You look great.
Oh, you think so? I've been thinking I kind of let myself go.
Doesn't she look great?
Absolutely.
Oh, cut it out now. I really ought to have called you first, but I thought it'd be more fun to surprise you. I hope you haven't got any plans for tonight. You sure I'm not putting you off dropping in this way?
Are you kidding? You're my grandmother. I love having you here. Where are you staying?
Kirk, she's probably planning to stay with you.
Where do you live?
Behind my cafe.
How much are your rooms here?
They charge $35 to $55.
Well, I guess I could swing a 35.
Absolutely not. We wouldn't hear of it. You are welcome to stay here as our guest.
Oh, in that case, give me a $55.
Well, this is great. My favorite grandma's here. She's staying with my best friends. I'm the happiest guy in the world. Dick, could I talk to you for just a second?
What is it now, Kirk?
My grandmother came on the night I have a date with Leslie.
Reschedule it.
I can't. She's already here.
I meant reschedule the date.
Do you know how long I've waited for this? The first time I had a date with Leslie, you took her skiing and fell on her. Now you want me to postpone this. I'm not doing it, Dick. I'm 2 hours away from the most important night of my life. I've got to seize it while it's here.
I'll just explain to your grandmother you have plans for tonight and you'll see her tomorrow.
You're saying go out there to my grandmother? To the woman who practically raised me? Who's the guiding light of my childhood? Who, whenever I had a problem, I could always talk to or write to if she was in jail? And who always knew what was best for me? You're saying go out to that woman and say, hey, Grandma, I can't be with you tonight. I have a date. Could you say that to your grandmother?
I guess not.
Well, I'm going to say it to mine. Grandma, could I talk to you?
You can always talk to me.
Here's the deal. You see that girl over there?
You mean Leslie?
Right. I have the same feelings for her that you had for that Marine that one time.
No kidding.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're doing something tonight that I've been planning for a long, long time. And the thing is...
Yeah?
And the thing is... And the thing is, I'd be really happy if you'd agree to join us.
Of course I'll join you. What else am I going to do?
Will this be all right?
Actually, that would be better.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. If you'd like to move again, just let me know.
Boy, I bet the food is good here. Do you two come here often?
No, I've heard about this place, but I've never been here before.
Well, I wanted this night to be special. And this is just the beginning. Wait till you see what's coming.
Kirk, I hope you haven't planned anything too extravagant.
Too extravagant? Time is too precious not to live every minute to the fullest. I just can't believe after all these months I finally have you all to myself. How you doing, Grandma?
Don't worry about me.
Okay. Leslie, I know there have been a lot of times when I seemed like a lunatic, you know, coming on to you and embarrassing you in front of other people. I guess I thought that you were so great that I felt insecure by comparison.
Kirk, I think I understand why you act the way you do. You don't have to explain.
Mr. Devane, this is the wine you ordered.
Fine.
When did you order wine?
Well, actually, I took the liberty of ordering a special dinner in advance, and I selected the wine at the same time.
Sir?
Thank you.
How is it?
It's fine.
Good. I think when you have a nice fancy meal like this, a little booze is the perfect accent.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a toast to Leslie. May I have a lifetime to make you as happy as you've made me tonight.
Is that a harp?
I think I'll go check on our dinner. Remind the chef that it's now dinner for 3, if you'll excuse me.
I'm having a good time. How about you?
Me too.
You seem like a nice girl, Leslie. You're pretty, you're bright, you're poised. So, what is it with you and Kirk?
What do you mean?
I mean, how would you define your relationship?
We're good friends.
Friends, okay. So that means either you're very serious about him and you're shy, or you don't care a fig and you're polite.
I'm very fond of Kirk.
That sounds polite.
It's not that I don't think Kirk is really a terrific guy.
Yeah, but, would you marry him?
There's a difference between liking someone and marrying him. But it doesn't mean that we still can't have a nice evening.
It's okay. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. I just brought it up because ever since we sat down here, I had this tremendous need to cut through the crap. Now that I get the feel of things, it's fine, and we can sit back and enjoy ourselves.
Our dinner should be out any second.
Forget the food. Let's go.
What?
Let's go. This whole thing is a waste of time.
What are you talking about?
This whole production, the food, the wine, the harp, you're doing it to win this girl. This girl isn't interested in you.
I went to check on our food. What happened?
Your grandmother asked about our relationship, and I said we were friends.
Friends, you hear that? You know what that means, don't you? That means we could have gone for tacos.
I can't believe this is happening. I was gone for 2 minutes.
What difference does it make? You've got a lot of expensive food coming. Let's get out while we can.
Kirk, maybe it would be better if we went home now.
What about our date?
Kirk, if you can't catch anything, cut the bait.
Sir, your pheasant with cherries flambé is ready.
Dude, put it on ice. We'll leave it.
I beg your pardon?
No, we don't want to take it back.
No, we can't take it back. It's on fire.
We'll wheel it around the room a couple of times. Somebody will want it. Come on. Let's get out of here.
Grandma!
Come on, before they charge us for the wine.
Say, Joanna, this really looks good. Did I ever tell you that one of my favorite meals is pork chops?
Yes, you have, George. That's why I made them.
Oh. Yeah, my mother used to make the best pork chops. She bought them at this little store in town. It's not there anymore.
Well, these came from John Mason down the road. You know, he finally slaughtered that big pig of his, so these ought to really be fresh.
They slaughtered Phil?
You knew the pig?
I've known Phil for years. I used to feed him kernels of corn every time I went by there.
Well, dig in.
I can't eat this.
What are you talking about?
Phil was like a friend. I don't feel right eating him.
George, the only reason that pigs exist is for people to eat them.
Well, I'm not eating this one.
Well, now that you're talking about it, I don't think I can either.
No, I can't eat them.
What smells so good?
Phil.
What are you two doing back so early, and where's Leslie?
She went up to her room to change.
What happened? I thought you were all going out to dinner.
We didn't have dinner.
Are those pork chops?
Yes. Would you like some? I seem to have made more than we need.
Oh, sure. I could eat a couple.
Oh, here you go.
Oh. Sit down. Stop acting like your whole world had come to an end.
It has.
It has not.
What happened?
My grandma stuck her nose in where it didn't belong and ruined the whole evening.
Oh, give me a break. All I did was show him he didn't have a chance with Leslie. I'm trying to get him to face reality. I'm doing you a favor, you big dope.
I didn't ask you to do me a favor. I didn't even ask you to come.
He didn't mean that.
Oh, sure he did. He's mad. I'd be mad, too. But right is right. What else have we got here? Are those potatoes?
Well, as long as I'm not eating, I think I'll go check on Kirk. Kirk, I'm not sure of all that's going on tonight. But, are you okay?
You know what drives me crazy, Dick? My grandmother's right. She's always right. I know now I don't have a chance with Leslie.
People have been telling you that for months. I told you, Joanna told you, Leslie told you.
Yeah, but none of you is my grandmother.
I'm not sure I follow.
Everybody has to have something to trust. For some people, it's their faith. For other people, it's their instincts. For me, it's that rotten little car thief in the other room. She's just always known what's best for me, and if she tells me I'm kidding myself about Leslie, then I guess it's time to admit it.
Well, I think I'll fix myself a peanut butter sandwich.
Kirk, I know this evening didn't turn out the way you planned. I'm sorry.
Well, except for not getting any dinner and having my dreams shattered, it wasn't so bad.
Maybe we can go out some other time.
I don't think so, Leslie. I'm giving you up.
Oh.
I'm admitting there's no future between us, and I'm getting on with my life.
I think that's good, Kirk.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so now it's really over.
Kirk, I never said I didn't like you. I always wanted to be your friend.
Big whip. Who needs friends?
Come on, Kirk. Everybody needs friends.
Well, okay. I guess I could use one.
If it means anything to you, I've always been flattered by your attention.
What are you doing? I thought this was over.
It is.
I figured I'd come out and test the waters. If you still want to be cross with me, I can go upstairs.
No, it's okay.
You think I was too rough on you tonight?
I always think you're too rough on me.
You know why I do it, don't you?
Yeah, because you're mean.
So how would you like your old grandma to walk you home?
Sure.
Say, Dick and Joanna, they're such nice people. How long do you think I can stay here before they start charging me?
Speaking of food, why don't I show you upstairs?
I'm not kidding you, Dick. A few cocktails, some weenies on toothpicks. It's all you'd need.
Let me show you your room.
This is my room. I could knock 'em dead in here.
Manny.
Dick, all I'm asking is one night.
To tell you the truth, I don't think the people around here would go for it.
Dick, I need the work. The clubs are drying up. What's one night gonna hurt? If it doesn't work, I'm gone.
What if it does work?
I'm here indefinitely. I just thought maybe you'd go for it because, you know, I gave you your start and everything.
Manny, for the sake of our friendship, please don't ask me to go along with this.
I'm asking.
I'm going along.
Dick, you want to get your camera so we can have our picture taken by this?
Look, I know it's tacky, Joanna, but you don't have to be snippy.
I'm not being snippy, and I don't know why you think that a garish cardboard cutout of Manny Silver looks tacky in the lobby of a tasteful, charming New England inn.
See, again, I'm hearing snippy in there.
It's just that I knew this would happen.
But if you're angry, I prefer you just come out with it.
Let's just save it till Manny leaves, okay?
Better. Let it fester.
It is so stupid.
What's stupid?
You're stupid.
Looks like the first day at school went well.
Do you know what classes he signed up for? Whatever was next door to what I'm taking.
That was just a coincidence.
A coincidence? What kind of curriculum do you call Portuguese, Afro-American studies, quantum chemistry, and dance?
Diverse.
Leslie, I know he's frustrating, but you don't have to scream.
I'm not screaming at him. I just saw this sign.
In that case, I'd say you were remarkably restrained.
You let him put this in the lobby?
We put it in the lobby. He had it on the curb.
Well, how do I look?
Flashy.
Thanks. How's the house?
Thin.
Well, it's only 5 to 8. Corrine, I want you to take a picture of the 3 of us in front of the sign, okay? Dick, you on my left, and Joanne, I want you on my right. Okay? All set, sweetheart? No, to the right of the sign. All right. You ready, babe? Okay, now, everybody smile. Fabulous!
I set out those little candles on the tables like you asked me to. They look real snazzy.
Oh, great, George. I always thought that little candles on the table give a room that certain Vegas touch.
That's what we strive for here at the Stratford. That certain Vegas touch.
Yeah, I still get goosebumps when I see a club full of those little candles. But then, I'm a sap. Well, listen, I don't mind if they start coming in late. Why don't we get started? Are you 2 kids coming?
We wouldn't miss it.
Can I call this a date?
Is it okay if I come?
Of course. You know what they say. The more people, the less empty.
Show business has a language all its own, doesn't it?
Well, Manny, for what it's worth, good luck.
Oh, yeah, listen. I wonder if you'd do me one more favor.
Really?
Ordinarily, I could walk out cold because they'd know me. But being that this is New Hampshire and everything...
Vermont.
Whatever. The woods. Anyway, I wrote out this special introduction, and I'd appreciate it if you read it for me.
I can't make out this one word.
Magnificence.
Of course. Comic magnificence. You want me to do this now?
Yeah, I just want a moment alone to psych myself up. Showtime!
Good evening. Welcome to the woodroom of the Stratford Inn in fabulous downtown. Oh, I see. All right. Welcome to the woodroom of the Stratford Inn in fabulous downtown. Once or twice in a generation, there explodes upon the scene a talent almost too large to be contained. In a single human being. Let me just skip ahead a couple paragraphs here. So let's put our mitts together and give a warm make that a warm Vermont welcome to the comic magnificence of Manny Silver.
Oh, thank you. Boy, I want to tell you how great it is to be here tonight. This is really great, and great to be back. How about a drink for the funny guy?
We don't serve drinks. We don't have a license.
I drive, and I don't have a license. I'm only kidding. But seriously, I stopped drinking anyway. I gave it up for health reasons. My bartender died. Well, you really look like a great crowd. Where's everybody from?
I'm from Vermont.
Vermont? Great. How about you folks? Where do you come from?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Hey, Philly, a great town. You know what I hate about New York? The muggers. I mean, I don't know about you, but they drive me crazy. I've been held up so many times, I got tan armpits. Is this a standing ovation, sir, or are you just getting up to adjust your shorts? Well, what can I tell you, Dick? I guess he just doesn't like your company. I'm only kidding. My good friend, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Loudon.
Manny, it isn't working.
Great! A heckler. Excuse me, sir. Is that your head, or are you blowing a bubble?
Manny, stop.
Why?
Manny, this isn't a fair test for you.
Well, it was before you broke my rhythm.
Why doesn't everybody go in the lobby and I'll help. I'll help Manny blow out the candles.
Gee, I really like this show, but could be I'm just blinded by all the flash and dazzle.
I don't understand what you're doing.
Manny, we both saw what happened. We don't have to spell it out.
What happened?
It didn't work.
Oh. Well, I appreciate what you try to do for me, Dick. I won't bother you anymore.
Manny, it was no bother.
Well, all the same, I'll be up and out of here first thing tomorrow morning.
What happened?
I had to tell him the truth.
How'd he take it?
Oh, you know, Manny, he tried to put up a front, but maybe for the first time in his life, he couldn't do it. I saw real feelings.
How about I dump Corrine?
Morning, Leslie. Morning, everybody.
Hi, Dick.
You seen Manny?
He and Corrine were down earlier, but they went back upstairs.
I wonder if he feels any better this morning.
Honey, I know the position you're in, but don't worry, Manny will bounce back. One bad show's not going to kill him.
How do you know that?
He'd have been dead long ago.
That was a good one.
What's going on?
Sounds like somebody's playing the drums.
At 8 o'clock in the morning?
Well, thank you, folks, and welcome to a brand new feature here at the Stratford Inn. Breakfast Theater.
What's he doing?
Bouncing back.
How's everybody feeling this morning? It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Everybody feeling good? I want to talk to you about sex.
Manny.
Dick, don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of mine and the man who insisted that I be here, Dick Loudon. And his wife, Joanne. Have you noticed that hookers are getting more expensive lately? Am I right, Dick?
Dick, you've got to stop him.
How? I can't embarrass him.
Well, what about embarrassing all those people out there and ourselves?
All right, I'll see if I can get his attention, but I'm not going to humiliate him by making an announcement in front of all those people.
So I said, spit out the cat and I'll give you back your $1.
Manny, could I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, not now, Dick. You didn't tell me that this is when you draw a crowd. What is this?
Manny, we have to talk. Can we go in my study?
Yeah, sure, but wouldn't it be easier if we just asked Corrine to leave?
I was trying to be polite.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. Corrine.
Look, Manny, you're going to have to face reality.
I know what you want to say. I have to adjust my material for this morning crowd. You know, I do a lot of sophisticated wordplay, and these people just are not awake enough or drunk enough.
Manny, I'm trying to help you. Maybe I can find you some work.
You could do that?
Maybe.
Manny Silver.
That's incredible.
Some people are great surgeons, some are great singers. I have this gift for knowing when Manny Silver is coming.
Honey, I know you don't like him, but I mean, after all, he did give me my start.
He bought 7 lousy jokes at $1 apiece over 20 years ago, and you've been paying him back ever since.
The point is, it was the first time I was ever paid to write. I mean, it encouraged me. Without Manny, I might never have written my first book.
Honey, you had So You Want to Plant Plums in you long before you met Manny Silver.
Well, he's only going to be here for a day or two.
How do you know that?
Because some people are great surgeons, some people are great singers. I happen to have a gift for knowing when you'll throw Manny Silver out.
I heard a car. Is it Manny?
Yeah. Joanna,
Okay, I'll say hello.
try to be nice to him.
Honey, just promise me that whatever he asks for this time, you won't go along with it.
He isn't going to ask for anything. And I promise.
I just wish you'd understand your being a successful writer has nothing to do with Manny Silver.
And no one knows that better than Manny.
Will you look what 7 jokes will buy?
7 jokes, 25 books, and 18 years of hard work.
Joanne.
Joanna.
Dick Bubala. How are you?
Are you, Manny?
Oh, I couldn't be better where you live, this country. All those trees. I saw a dog have a nervous breakdown. But seriously, there's someone here I want you to meet. Corrine Nesbitt, 2 of my best and dearest friends. Dick and Joanne Loudon.
Let's not be formal. Call me Joanna.
Corrine travels with me.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We met in Miami. She worked at a bank. She turned down my loan, but she approved me.
Well, it must be very exciting traveling with Manny.
Yes.
Did you travel a lot before?
No.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
She makes life on the road a lot brighter.
I can see how she would.
Well, you and Dick must have a lot of catching up to do. I'm going to make some coffee. Corrine, would you like to give me a hand?
No, thank you.
So, what does a guy got to do to get the nickel tour around here?
Not much. Corrine, you want to join us?
No, thank you.
She's seen a lot of hotels, Dick.
Well, we're pretty proud of this place. What part would you like to see first?
Well, if you have a dining room, let's look at that. Dick, incredible. What workmanship. Imagine, a whole room made out of wood.
Yeah, it was built in 1774.
I thought it looked old. You know what I think our forefathers must have had in mind when they built this place?
What?
Dinner theater.
Dinner theater.
Yeah, you take a joint like this out in the sticks, you throw up a stage, you serve a little food, I do my act.
Busy?
As a matter of fact, yeah.
Too busy to listen to a man who's about to change the course of his entire life, and in so doing, perhaps change the course of your life and the lives of every person in the free world?
Afraid so. What are you talking about, Kirk?
Leslie's taking me to register for some college courses. Dick, I'm going back to school.
Is this another one of your stupid ploys to be near Leslie?
You bet. And I'm counting on you as a fellow guy not to tell her.
You know, you need a bachelor's degree to enroll in Leslie's classes.
So?
Do you have one?
Not officially.
Have you ever been to college?
I've taught college. I've never actually attended.
There you are.
Hi.
Hi. I'm all set.
Great.
Did Kirk tell you the news?
Yeah.
Can you believe he's doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go. First place we'll stop is the admissions office.
Boy, it'll be great to be back in one of those again.
George, what are you doing?
I just fixed your bell.
I didn't know it was broken.
Well, you wouldn't. I mean, that's the funny thing about bells. To know they're broken, what you got to do is hear them not ringing.
I guess that's true.
Well, take the bell on your phone. Every minute it's not ringing could be a warning that the phone is broken.
You've thought about this a lot, haven't you, George?
It's my job, Dick. You don't pay me to putter. By the way, who's Manny Silver?
Manny Silver's a comic I knew years ago in New York. You've heard me talk about him.
Doesn't ring a bell.
He actually gave me my start. When I first started out, I was, trying to sell anything I could, and I sold him a couple jokes. Why?
He's coming to visit.
You're kidding.
Nope, he tells you everything right there in that postcard.
Oh, boy.
You don't sound happy.
No, it's Joanna that isn't going to be happy. She can't stand him.
That doesn't sound like the Joanna I know.
That's because you don't know Manny.
Oh, George, would you take this out to the back porch for me?
Oh, sure.
Thanks.
While I'm at it, I'll check that back doorbell. I haven't heard that ring lately either.
Honey, I don't mean to upset you, but you'll never guess who's coming to visit.